महासाम्राज्ञी सिंहासनेश्वरी महाराज्ञी महाललिताम्बा मातृपुराम्बा जगदम्बे जगदजननी माम्बे दुर्गा दुर्गतिनाशिनी सर्वेश्वरी पराब्रह्मणी पराब्रह्मी माहेश्वरी माम्बिके मां ललिताम्बा
It is all quiet as we sit here at the doors of the divine Sanctum Sanctorum of Ma Lalitamba. It is all peace, all bliss, all love, all devotion as we sit here with 100% attention, focus and surrender at the feet of Ma Lalitamba. Having chanted a bhajan, having offered a bhajan, bhajan is an offering that you offer to your Ishta or your Prabhu. Bhajan is an offering and it is 100% yours and yet not at all yours because you gave it. You gave it your 100% and then you gave it. A bhajan is not sung. A kirtan is not sung with any kind of expectation, with any kind of desire, with any kind of hope. Hope is not the name of true love. Love for whatever has already been given. You can also call it gratitude. You can also call it love. You can also call it ecstasy or bliss. When you are in this state of bhakti in which you are 100% full, there is no space for anything else because you are all ecstatic at whatever has been given, at what is happening right now within you and what you have been given by the Divine Mother. Whatever it is, right now you are there in some form. Sakara Swarupa. Whatever it is, however it is, isn't it so beautiful? Isn't being human so beautiful? Isn't the world that we see so beautiful? Isn't everything around us so beautiful? Every moment there is a breathing process that is happening. Isn't the very mechanism of moments in time beautiful. It is beautiful. There is beauty in it. If you can, if you do, you will see it, or you can see it, or maybe a lot of us are seeing it right now. It's called the beauty of whatever there is. Everything that is there is so beautiful. It has led to a burst, an explosion of bliss within you. You are filled with it. Words will never be sufficient to express your state. Words can never express your state. A bhakta or a devotee can sing a bhajan, can write a bhajan, can chant a name or a word or a mantra, can play an instrument, or can just roam around dancing, can express in various forms, but the expression is never going to explain whatever is happening. It is never going to be sufficient. Maybe some expressions are more expressive, they are more explanatory in nature. For instance, if you sing a bhajan, then maybe the words, they explain more. If you are sharing something, then maybe again you are explaining more. If you are writing something, maybe you are explaining more. If you are just dancing around with tears in your eyes or laughing ecstatically, then again you are expressing. The bhakta or the devotee is expressing. He's still in that same state, but this is a thing. What that person is sharing right now is what we can call is pure love. Love for everybody. He or she is in love with everything. So whoever will go to that person or will roam around that person or will be near that person can actually, if they open themselves up, they can feel that love. They can feel that, at least they can feel the vibe, They can feel the energy. It's a very beautiful energy. Very beautiful experience actually. For instance, when it comes to the sadhana of Ma Lalita, Ma Tripura Sundari, it has been clearly written that when your dhyana goes to enters the Sahasradal or the Sahasrara, which is the crown, chakra or crown, whatever you call it. You can call it the crown. Here it has been clearly told that here you can experience nectar. So here the mother has been given the name of Sudha Sarabhi Varshini. Sudha means Amrit. So there is a rainfall, or there is a burst of Amrit, like it falls down like rain. And I think personally I experienced this 15 years back. Yes. And then after that it has happened many times. So at that point of time I did not know about this aspect of mother, that she is a Sudha Sarabhi Varshini. These terms I did not know at that point of time. So I kept sharing with people, whoever I met, that if you go there, then it will be like a huge cloud burst. I would call it cloud burst. Or say like a cloud burst sometimes, and rain falls like madness. Suddenly, all of a sudden, there is tremendous rain, lots of rain, heavy rainfall. So that is called a cloud burst. So I have been in such cloud bursts. I have got caught up in such cloud bursts 2 or 3 times in my life. So I had the experience of that, of the natural cloudburst that happens on our planet. Because that was the experience that you get completely drenched. You're like, there is nothing left. You're fully drenched in nectar. Your whole experience is that suddenly there was a burst, and before you could realize, nectar is all over you. Sudha, Amrit, nectar, elixir, whatever you want to call it. What is it? It is ultimate bliss, ultimate joy, ultimate anand, paramanand. It is all over you. It just bursts. There's a huge burst suddenly. And you get completely drenched. When you get drenched with paramanand, with a degree of joy or bliss or ecstasy, whatever you want to call it, that cannot be measured, that cannot be described in words, it cannot be put together in any form, whether it is poetry or anything, words in any way, which cannot be described. Even right now, I'm like kind of struggling, isn't it, to explain it. But it's a burst. Whoever explains it will miss out, will never be able to explain it fully. But the burst does happen, this is for sure. And when it happens, it does not happen for one moment, okay? Yeah. It does not happen like for one fraction of a second or a second. It lasts for some time. In my case, it lasted for quite a substantial amount of time. But yes, it did not last for like a whole day or many days or many weeks. Okay? It has happened in breaks. But it lasted for hours. And in those hours, you cannot do many things, because you're like, wow. So while you're going through all that, you won't come out of your meditation. Why will you? Why should you? Who will? Nobody will. So at that point of time, you won't go to YouTube and try to search video or try to know the news of the day, what's going on around you, or if there is some car honking in your lane, you will go and check from your balcony. No, nothing like that. No thoughts will come, because you've already gone beyond thoughts way back. If you have not transcended thoughts, then you would never have reached here. So you transcend thoughts, and then you enter a particular state, and then as you keep surging forward and ascending or whatever. But I hope you're understanding that as you go ahead in the journey, this is the ultimate state or the ultimate phase. This is the pinnacle, kind of, okay? Because we will keep discussing, right? It's like a burst. It bursts. So it doesn't happen for like a few seconds. It lasts for some time. Sometimes it could be for half an hour. Sometimes it could be for hours. Okay? And you are just in your asana, or your posture, and you're seated. And you don't get out of your asana for sure. Your body does not move because you're completely packed inside in an inner world where you are in your own zone, or whatever you want to call it, zone of elixir, experiencing what? Experiencing Sudha. So, Ma Lalitamba, Ma Tripuramba, Ma Jagdambe, whatever you want to call her, she is the one who does that burst. So she is known as Sudha Sarabhi Varshini. And this happens at the Sahasradal or the Sahasrara, which is also called the crown, or Sahasrara Chakra, or whatever. So journey goes on, and then as we were talking about devotion, about bhakti, about everything being so beautiful, when you are lying flat at mother's feet, means when mother is all over you, or you are all over mother's feet, whatever it is. will surrender maybe has happened. I think it is true love, like a child loves mother, and it is selfless. In the beginning, I think it is quite selfless, right? And the mother's love is also very selfless and it's very pure. So it is like selfless love. So love takes over gratitude, kind of, Gratitude you get later that, okay, yeah, wow, mother is giving so many things. But, so you have gratitude for everything, But gratitude falls behind when there is love. When you offer arghya to the sun or the Surya Dev and you offer your gratitude, you just thank the sun god or Apollo or Surya Dev for keeping us alive, isn't it? Because it is of the heat generated by the sun that there is life on this planet, isn't it? And if the heat increases, we all will die. If the heat decreases, we all will die. So because of a certain distance, because of a certain balance, the heat or the tapas, whatever, or the tap, whatever you want to call it, that we all are alive and our farms are green, our forests are green, our livestock is grazing, and so it is helpful for all forms of life on this planet. That is our relationship with the sun. So because of what we get, and of course the light that we get, because of all these things that we are getting, because of the sun, is that the glaciers, they melt into water, they become rivers, and those rivers we drink water from. Those rivers we use water from for everything, including farming, including irrigation, including use for various purposes, our daily purposes as well as industrial purposes also. Wherever humanity is today, our very survival, and also the survival of the balance of the ecosystem, the survival of the other species, it is all because these glaciers are melting into water, and that is happening because of the sun, right? Yeah, because of the heat generated by the sun. So our gratitude towards the sun, our gratitude towards the tapas or the Agni fire element, our gratitude towards the water element, our gratitude towards the earth element, our gratitude towards the sky element, towards the air element. Because in that air there is oxygen, and that oxygen keeps us alive. We all know that. Recently, due to shortage of oxygen, everybody started dying. We all know that since a long time, that without oxygen we can't live. So everything in the right balance, in the right proportion, is keeping us alive, is sustaining our life. For all that, there is gratitude. That is one thing that we can do. So we offer arghya as part of the Saurya Pranami to the sun god or to Apollo, or so it is like offering your respect, your gratitude. It is one thing. But if you, like in the scriptures, the sun is considered as a great teacher, as a great master, as a great guru. It is said that once Lord Hanuman or Hanumanji, a great devotee of Sri Ram, he received initiation from Surya Dev or sun. So this has been a tradition. Surya Siddhanta, Surya Namaskar, and Surya Darshan, Surya Pranami, and many other Surya Kriyas are there. Today we are also talking about Saur Urja, which means solar energy. So these things have already been in yoga. These practices have already been in there in reality. If you do a sun salutation, you can see the benefits for yourself. The sun, sometimes when you spend too much time with the sun, when you consider Surya Dev as your guru, then yes, it is possible that love can take over gratitude. You never know. You will not know until and unless you establish a bond, right? Sometimes when you look at a full moon on a full moon night, you're out there, moony night, seems like heaven sometimes, right? Of course, nature has its challenges, it brings its challenges, but sometimes it's just too good. If you've come from a city, it will feel like, many people say you come from the city, they say it seems like too good to be true. Yeah, it seems like we are in a dream. We are in Deva Amrit. So, yes, the moon on a moony night can evoke feelings of love in you, not just towards your partner, but sometimes towards nature also, towards moon also, towards the sky also. It can sometimes make you very quiet also. It also has the quality, if you're alone, it can pause you, or it can make you inquisitive about, it can push you on the path of self-realization or trying to know yourself. The moon has the ability to make you a seeker. I have spent lots and lots of nights with the moon, just gazing at the moon. And initially there were lots of battling of eyelids. After that, I think my eyelids stopped battling or stopped falling down. So I would look like boom at the moon, and I kept looking. The eyelid just did not fall. And I kept gazing. It's called moon gazing. What happened in that case is a different story, which I will share some other day. But yes, it's a wonderful story. It's an unforgettable story for me, and I hope it can actually help motivate many people to meditate upon the moon. Because if you meditate upon the moon, it can really change your life. The sun is also fantastic, but it has its timings. So you will have to rise early. That is very important. If you're a late riser, then the sun is, it can dry your clothes, it can dry you up, and, you can use the light, you can use the energy. You can do a lot of things in the sunlight. You can, if you really want to establish a bond with the sun, if you want to learn from the sun, if you want to, because the sun will not come alone. The sun will come with its 7 horses, or with its 7 rays, which are like, in Hindi it is called Suri ke Saath Ashwa, Sapta Ashwa, or the 7 colors of the spectrum: Vibgyor, violet, indigo, blue, green, yellow, orange, and red. The rainbow, okay? The rainbow looks so beautiful, isn't it? The rainbow has 7 colors. So that is the sun. And there is also actually a healing therapy called chromotherapy, which is completely based through sun and colors and water and oil to completely heal your body, physically, mentally, in every way. So that is an alternative health or medical therapy. And of course the sun. Without the sun you can't grow anything, and without the sun probably you can't also grow. Sun gives us vitamins, it gives us so many things. Vitamin is just one of the things, common things that we just, it comes naturally to us. It gives us a lot more than just vitamins, or melting the glaciers into water, and that water is what we drink, what we use in our industries, what we use for irrigation and farming, and what we use for various purposes, and even the other life forms use that, the forests use that. So everything, everything comes from there only. Otherwise we would have been living in an icy world. It's the sun that is making all the difference. So that thing is there. When you walk this path, then the journey of yoga or spirituality or whatever you want to call it, dharma, it becomes easy. Because then you've gone for the real thing. You've gone for knowledge. And you're not going there with any kind of expectation or imagination or pre-assumption. Okay? You're not being judgmental, things like that. Expectations are a huge hurdle. Selfishness is a huge hurdle. Greed is a huge hurdle. Expectation is kind of greed, I believe. If you drop it, then if you drop your expectations, there was a novel, Great Expectations by Charles Dickens. If you drop your expectations, then this journey becomes very easy. Then the leap, which many people call the leap of faith or leap of whatever, it becomes very easy. So that path becomes very easy. That pathless path becomes very easy if you've got no expectations. If you are not that full but empty, of course there's a process. You have to be 100% human. 100% human must be the goal. So 100% human means what? 100% human means the infinite. If you have not heard this before, I will try to. I'm probably breaking it up to you. There is no limit. There are no boundaries. The truth is infinite. And you can become one with that truth. That is the very meaning of yoga. And samadhi is to live in that union. Samadhi doesn't mean to leave your body or to lose your physicality. Samadhi does not necessarily mean to get rid of your physicality. You can be in your physicality and yet you can be in union with the ultimate truth, with the true truth, with the 100% truth, which is limitless, which is boundaryless, which is infinite, which has got no beginning and no end, which is beautiful, which is ecstatic. There is no boundary to this ecstasy. That's why I was telling Sudha Sarabhi Varshini, the Devi who does this Varsha, this cloud burst of Sudha or Amrit or nectar or elixir or ecstasy upon you. This has got no boundaries. This joy or bliss or ecstasy, whatever I was trying. Why is it a burst? Because it is inexplicable. It's like it's too much nectar. I mean, it is just inexplicable. It cannot be explained in words in any way. No mantra can explain it. You can only experience it. You will know it only through experience. But yes, mantra science is another science. In mantra science is actually, it happens in the beginning. As you move ahead and go deeper into mantra science, and you start learning these things also. But in mantra science, what happens is, like, if we chant, I'm going to chant Om in a particular way. When I chant Om this way, then I really experience joy. I'm not saying it's the ultimate joy. It is not the Sudha that I'm talking about, but it is Sudha at a lower level, but it is also a type of burst only. It's not an infinite cloud burst, but it's a burst. So I will chant it. As I go deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper into the chant, so I'll be chanting for 2 minutes or maybe a little bit over than that, I will get more and more deep and more ecstatic and experience more and more bliss with it. So you listen to it.
जगदम्बे मां शक्ति ध्रुवतारमिति शक्ति गुणातीत नाम्यो नमिता देवी chanting is something that, like we had discussed before, it makes you very focused, very calm. It makes you very still. What you were not able to observe before, you can observe it now. So your degree of focus, your degree of clarity definitely increases. What you may not be able to perceive earlier, what you may not be able to observe earlier, even this also includes your 5 senses. It also includes your intelligence. Okay? It also includes your deep memory. So it will start borrowing those things from your deep memory. It's not called borrow. It's already inside you. So you will start tapping that part of your deep memory, of your vitals, of your intelligence, of your 5 senses that you were not able to tap earlier. This is the power of mantras. Mantra makes you a very calm, cool, collected, responsible, focused, still human being, and a very good human being. You become a very good human being. A mantran is always sattvic in nature. Mantrans are satoguni. Satoguna adhisthata. Mantro yashasvi. Vibhutina. Mantra has got the ability to make you look, sound, taste, touch, see, experience, hear, listen. It makes you a very good listener. Right? You can listen. You can listen to different sounds. Sounds that are happening around you. You can listen to the sound of the insects, of the crickets, the birds. You can listen to so many sounds that are very good for you, that can give you joy. So you are always immersed in that joy. Nature has got the ability to give you lot of joy. Nature actually, this life actually is always joy giving. There is a lot more pleasure and very little pain normally in your life. Normally, most human beings, they come with a lot of pleasure and very little pain. But what they end up experiencing is a lot less pleasure than what was there for them, for their taking. They could not take it because they could not perceive everything, because they could not pick up the gifts that nature had bestowed upon them, that life has bestowed upon them. We are not able to open the gifts that we can say God has given to us. We don't do it on a daily basis because our lifestyle has become in such a way, in such a manner. Our lifestyle has taken such a shape in this modern era, and even in the earlier eras, because of the scattered mind. If you are a scattered mind, your attention is all over, then you won't be able to focus on any single thing. So your focus is all gone. You will not be able to take advantage of any one thing because you are not riding on one boat. You are riding on many boats. It's just like if you are, let's say, on a conference call with 5 people, okay? And at the same time you're working on your laptop, writing an article. Will you be able to do justice to the article as well as to those 5 people? Forget the article. If you're even just talking to 5 people or even 2 people at the same time on a telephone, will you be able to do justice to the 2 people? No. Forget the 2 people. Even if you're talking to 1 person on the phone and your focus is you're not completely listening. This happens to us many times. We don't completely listen to what the other person is trying to say. Okay? We don't actually listen. Our ears are working fine. It's not that our eardrums are not working or something like that. The ears are absolutely fine. The phone ring, whatever it is, the phone microphone or speaker is in the right place. We're able to hear everything. Everything is just fine. The network is also there. Everything is just fine. But we are actually not trying to listen to the person, isn't it? Because that needs love. That needs being non-judgmental. Okay? It needs love. Are you understanding it? It's a bit difficult to understand. But if you have to understand a person, the first thing is definitely you should not be, watching the TV while listening to a person, or having dinner while talking to a person, or doing something else, or being in the loo while talking to a person, or doing something else, gardening, while talking to a person. People do this many times. Definitely not drive, okay? That's criminal. So why do they say that don't drive while you're on the phone? Right? Because we don't do justice. So it should be that don't drink water while you're on the phone, because you won't do justice either to drinking water or to the person on the phone. In fact, sometimes you will also end up spilling water over the phone. So a lot of stupid things, a lot of jokes happen to people, and sometimes the jokes are so serious that it's no more a joke. It becomes really serious. Sometimes you end up making horrible mistakes and you get angry at yourself, or what kind of a stupid person am I, or what kind of stupid person is this, calling at the wrong time, this and that. So of course those issues, there are definitely many issues with phone calls, that is different, but I'm not talking about that. I'm not talking about whose call you should pick up and whose call you should not. That is a different issue. That's a different subject. That maybe for some other day, But what we are trying to say is that scattered, So we are not able to listen even while we are face to face. We are listening to a person. We are not able to listen to the person because we are not listening. And that is why we are not able to give the right response. So it ends up in poor communication. You will never be able to communicate neutrally. If your communication is not neutral, if your communication is not non-judgmental, then the other person will never be happy with your communication. Or this may not happen all the time, but this may happen sometimes. So in the same way, when we are not even able to listen to a person on the phone, how can we listen to so many things in nature, So there are so many things that are there in life, that life is not just not throwing at us. That is life. Sometimes you take an umbrella and you go out on the rain. Okay, if it is a drizzle, you go out in the drizzle and you just enjoy. You go out on a walk in the drizzle and you just enjoy. So you are just spending time with nature. Why, take the pressure? Why, take the phone and tag along? Our phone is always tagging along, isn't it? Is it necessary to take the phone wherever you go? These days it's become like you should always, whenever you go, you should take the phone along with yourself. Is it really always necessary? Because earlier it was not. Earlier there was no such facility. So that's the story. So, nature, God has given us nature. Nature is a huge part of our life. Our very first layer of existence, how we know it, is through nature only. We just observe nature. Life actually is very beautiful, and it's like a heaven. We don't even live. Most people in this modern era, and even in the past, if you are a scattered mind, then you are not even going to live 5% of what has been already given to you. But as far as your best potential is concerned, then where you can go, how far can I go? If this question is asked, how far can I go as a human being? From home, you can go to 100%. I don't know if you can go through tremendous education or through tremendous hard work or not. I really don't know how far hard work or education or being on a rocket is going to take you. I don't think rockets are ever going to sail into or float into infinity. That's not going to happen. But from your home, through meditation, through yoga, and through some practices, you can definitely get to the truth, the infinity, the union. And then when two things get united, then the two things become one. So there is just one. So that is what is the philosophy of Advaita Vedanta, which was propagated by Vedanta. Means the core of the Vedas, and Advaita means one, no two. So it basically means, in yoga it is said that Shakti unites with Shiva. It rises and meets the Shiva. So basically, when you awaken, right now we are not 100% aware, or we can say we are not 100% open. All the doors are almost closed. We are in a closed house right now. No sunlight, no moonlight. That is how it is right now. So the day you will step out of this house into your garden, it's a beautiful garden. It's too beautiful a garden. It's so beautiful a garden, so beautiful a lake, so beautiful a paradise that it cannot be explained. A cave, so beautiful, a lake, so beautiful springs, so beautiful flowers, so beautiful, so many things that it cannot be explained. So beautiful energy cannot be explained. So beautiful state, basically. You will be in such a beautiful state that it cannot be explained. So you do not need to leave your physicality for the sake of such a samadhi or for living such a life. You need to be in this body, and in this very body you can attain this state, and then you can live your life blissfully and 100%. That is yoga. That is samadhi. That is life. That is humanity. That is called being human. Being human, if not the best, then one of the best. Definitely. So from tomorrow onwards, don't say, after all, I'm human. No. Your humanity is your biggest strength, because there is so much in humanity. The moment you say humanity, you're bringing infinity into the picture. There's so much into it. So we will learn more about mantras, about the gifts that we can receive from Ma Lalita, Ma Tripura Sundari, as we go ahead in this series. Keep listening. Thank you. Om Namah Shivaya.